Hello, TD Bob here. Today we're sitting on a curve on the road to Pai, Thailand, and watching the various tourists and natives make the big U-turn here. It's a Sunday, which one would expect to be pretty busy, but except for this thundering herd of cars we're currently watching, there was mostly scooter traffic and a few motorcycles mixed into the traffic. This curve used to have, to our right, an area where cars and scooters could park, but the Thai Department of Transportation has just recently put up a barricade, so now everybody that stops here has to park on about a half-meter wide apron. There went a couple of tourists, probably rented a motorcycle down in Chiang Mai, which is about 45 minutes drive from here, depending on how fast you're able to go. This curve is one of 746 curves on the road to Pai from Chiang Mai, and if you're doing the Mae Hong Song Loop, this is one of about 1,800 curves that are available for your amusement. It's a good and not terribly challenging stretch, and a lot of scooters with 125 cc's manage to get up here, although there's often a bit of grumbling among those with less than a 250 that they were going slower than they would have liked to have traveled. That's not too uncommon. Pai is a small village that is located at the confluence of several small rivers, and it's more or less become a resort town, and a lot of people do overnighters from Chiang Mai up there. It definitely has a reputation of being a party town, and it's nestled in a valley between some of the highest mountains in Thailand. I was pleasantly surprised that, although this was on a Sunday, we didn't have a problem with just scads and scads of automobile and pickup truck traffic. The real, shall we say, the real thing you got to watch out for is the vans, just like the one we just passed. They're loaded up with as many people as they can stuff in them. They're going to they run the road every day. They're familiar with it. They often surprise and frighten some of the guests, and unless you tell them you might bark, there's a pretty darn good chance that they're going to sling you around quite a few curves. They'll also pass coming over hills and around curves, so if you're riding a motorcycle and there's a whole lot of those vans out there, I got to share this with you. Get the hell over to the left side of the lane and just look out for them. They own the road and nobody seems to care. Rarely, I don't believe in all my trips up to Pai, I've ever seen any police enforcement, although there is a small border checkpoint before you get to Pai. They're typically not too interested in tourists. Well, I appreciate you watching the video today. If you find yourself up in the Golden Triangle, Chiang Mai, Mae Hong Song Loop, get in touch. We'll be happy to go for a ride with you or buy a beer. Thanks a lot. TD Bob signing out. Bye-bye from Chiang Mai.